Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And before I even get started, this video, you're either gonna hate it because you can't handle the truth, or you're going to love it because you know I told you the truth. There's no middle ground on this video. I'm going to give you my thoughts and the way I look at this market right now. So let's get started. XRP on the one-day chart sitting here at $2.16. It's dumping out with Bitcoin right now. You know, people keep trying to say, well, it was a sell the news event with what happened with the reserve. If it was a sell the news event, it would not be crashing the way it's crashing right now. I could see maybe it comes down to $85,000, but it actually is sitting here now at $81,000. And no matter how you spin this, what it looks like to me is some billionaire bag holder sold off their Bitcoin. And it takes me back to what Catherine Fitz said. You can't have all these big bag holders selling at once, or you would totally tank the price of Bitcoin. It's the same reason they wanted the US government to buy Bitcoin. Why they want these states to buy Bitcoin? Because it's bailing out the Bitcoin billionaires, the Bitcoin bag holding billionaires. And that's what it looks like happened. And they didn't hear what they wanted to hear in Washington, so they went and sold off anyway. And I even posted this. I wonder which Bitcoin billionaire is cashing out this time. Shill hype to get the price to $95,000. Big bag holder sells, and price goes back under $90,000. Rinse and repeat. I really cannot wait until the rest of the market decouples from this pump and dump trash. And that's the way I look at it. And people might not like that. And they always try to tell me, oh, you're being so tribal. It's not being tribal. I'm looking out for the retail investor that worked a hard work week, took some money, put it into Bitcoin because, once again, every Bitcoin maxi out there is always saying, it's up only, get in now, it's going higher. And then they end up being exit liquidity for these big bag holders. That's what I see going on. This comes from Digital Asset Investor. Time to block me, guys. You clowns are too easy to expose. If something needs a marketing department, a lobbying arm, and a DC think tank to prop it up, it's not money. It's a scam. And you know, if you go on X, every single Bitcoin maxi says the same exact thing every single day. What they tell you is it's digital gold in a time where we have tokenized gold. And then they say it's a great store of value. You know what Bitcoin is? A great store of tether created out of thin air. That's it. And if there was real value in the price of Bitcoin, these people would be able to sell off and it wouldn't affect the price the way it does. But when you're talking about something that absolutely has no real value inside, nothing really holding it up, of course it's going to crash every time somebody sells. And David Sachs, I don't know who thought it was a great idea to choose this guy as the crypto czar, but this guy is a Bitcoin maxi. I don't even believe he sold off all of his crypto before taking this job. Take a listen to what he says here.
The thing that like all these like critics don't seem to understand is the technology. That's the common denominator, whether it's like Howard Marks or Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger or whoever, they're all like great investors or whatever, but they're not technologists.
It's a blind spot.
It's a blind spot. And the thing they don't understand about the technology is that Bitcoin is the first digital asset to ever be created that you can't create infinite copies of, right? So think about like a song or a photo or a video or whatever, anything that's digital. You've always been able to make an infinite number of copies. Isn't that what the word digital means? Is that it's infinitely copyable. So how do you have digital money that can't just be infinitely copied. Obviously, that would destroy the value. And that was the genius of Bitcoin, is that every transaction is written into this ledger. The blockchain is decentralized, and nobody over the last decade or so has figured out how to counterfeit Bitcoin, how to make a duplicate, how to double spend Bitcoin.
And David Schwartz said you cannot copy XRP either. And he even posted about it. But his post got hidden by some other Bitcoin maxi. Here's what David said. No network rule in the XRP ledger code permits XRP to be created. In fact, network rules enforced by Node specifically prohibit this. I'm pretty sure someone specifically pointed this out to you the last time you spread this nonsense. And unless you don't have even the slightest understanding of how blockchains, or for that matter, computers work, you know that your computer cannot make my computer do anything it doesn't have code to do. Surely you must understand that even if I had 100% control of every Bitcoin mining machine on the planet, I could not create 23 million Bitcoin. You must understand that, right? Well, not counting the time a bug allowed creating unlimited Bitcoin. Something not possible on the XRP ledger because of its sophisticated invariant checking system. And XRP ledger innovation that could have prevented the Bitcoin overflow incident and the DAO attack. And people act like there's no issues at all with this Bitcoin network. David Schwartz pointed it out. And I'm going to take David Schwartz's word over anyone else in this space, because I honestly believe he is one of the 4 Satoshis. And then the crypto czar said this: Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency. But what he says after that is laughable.
We do think Bitcoin is special, and I can get into the reasons
explain why. That's a great thing, yeah.
Well,
Explain why.
Bitcoin's the original cryptocurrency. It's the first one. It's the only one that doesn't have an issuer.
Okay, so it's the only one that doesn't have an issuer, right? Well, who the hell is Satoshi then? Who is the Bitcoin creator holding 1.1 million Bitcoin? Even Linda P. Jones pointed this out, that Bitcoin has a creator. And Homeland Security actually talked to the 4 people that they believed were the 4 Satoshis. You know, I don't think David Sachs is fit to be the crypto czar. Well, if you're going to try to pick winners and losers, then you don't belong being the crypto czar. You should be able to offer a level playing field. And like I said, I don't even believe he sold off all his crypto before taking that job. So what happened with the market? And I do believe the whole crypto summit was a flop. I think big things happened in the background once the doors went shut. But I mean, Donald Trump seems like he sees more value in FIFA coin than Bitcoin. Take a listen.
That coin may be worth more than FIFA in the end. It could be quite a coin, actually. Yeah?
He seems more enthusiastic over FIFA coin than Bitcoin. And Joshua Dalton put this out, and this makes a lot of sense. Okay, I learned something new, and I realized that Jack Dorsey possibly made a best prediction. He posted a GIF of Michael Saylor converting to XRP Maxi. If you heard a rumor behind the curtain during the crypto summit last Friday, Michael Saylor was experiencing an emotional roller coaster during this event. Remember the pictures we all seen? They are clearing the path for Ripple to become the mainstream coin for U.S. Treasury and banks. Saylor is pushing for Bitcoin, but he didn't get what he wanted. Now, Mr. Dorsey might be right the whole time about his XRP GIF. Stay tuned. And I think that might have been what has happened. You know, Donald Trump, he knows what XRP is. I think even back in 2018, he was the one that put the train on the tracks, and then Rosie Rios said the train has left the station. They already have a plan drawn up for XRP. The president is not going to share that plan with the public. Not until everything is in place. That's when Donald Trump would come out and tell you the plan going forward. And I'm sure Ripple, because of meeting with Donald Trump multiple times, they know the plan as well. Brad Garlinghouse never looks worried about anything. And that's one reason why I'm never worried as an XRP holder. Brad always looks confident. But I guess if I was getting a seat at the biggest tables in the world when they're talking about cross-border payments, I would have no worries as well. But let's get back to the market. So here's some good news. Everybody's saying alt season is going to start next week. Fingers crossed. But this I pointed out a few days ago when Blockchain Backer posted this. I've done a lot of pondering on the insane pump and dump we saw this week. I do recall we had something like that back in 2021, before the narrative and the bull went full steam ahead. On January 29, 2021, Elon Musk put Bitcoin in his bio at 3 a.m., pumping Bitcoin 20%. It fell the same day. That was this pump and then the dump right here. But if you look, it actually went lower before the breakout started. So is this that lower dip right here before we blast off? Because I see everybody now calling for alt season. And I do remember something very similar in the 2017-2018 run as well. Some people were talking about that earlier this week. We really don't know what's going to happen next. I'm just hoping XRP finds its bottom, which it looks like it's doing. It looks like it's more going sideways right now. Hopefully we start to come back up from here. But there's no denying this was a sell-off. And even if it was a sell the news event, I still don't believe Bitcoin would have fell this hard. I think it would have found its footing around 85K or so. But this has been going on for a while now. Even if you look at the chart over the last year, every time Bitcoin would get above 100K, it would come crashing down. So I would think, okay, another sell-off. Then it goes back up, another sell-off, goes back up, more sell-off, goes sideways, big news of a crypto summit, and it starts to go back up and only crashes back out once again. It looks like price manipulation to me. And whenever they manipulate the price on Bitcoin, of course it affects the rest of the market, because the rest of the market is still following Bitcoin until we decouple, which I'm expecting to happen. Utility and regulations is when it's really going to begin to happen. Once XRP is no longer being attacked by the SEC and it has nothing holding it back, XRP always outperforms the rest. And I even pointed that out in a video last week as well. So, I mean, I just spoke the truth in this video. I mean, you look at the charts don't lie. You look at the news that's going on, and everything is telling me that this is price manipulation. But, you know, if alt season's going to start this week, this should shape up to be a very good week ahead. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.